All right, so we're back in this three-part series where initially we talked about the core question of, have you ever worked with this industry or that niche before? And we broke it down into three distinct videos. If you haven't gotten a chance to check out the other videos, you might want to check those out. We'll leave it in the show notes as well, or in the notes below. And you could also probably find it at the end of this video. But that being said, the three core questions are your concerns that usually come up when saying, have you worked with this niche? It's, well, my industry is different. The people that I serve are different, or it's, they have to have a very high level of expertise in order to effectively conduct the sales call. And so that's what we're going to talk about today in this video. It's the level of expertise needed. So it's so important because you as a business owner, it's very easy to forget how much you actually know about what you're doing. You really are an expert usually if you're selling this sort of thing, right? And so you have learned and mastered so much that you probably even forget more than most people will ever know. And that's what it means to be a real expert. So it's normal to be concerned that your sales reps aren't going to be able to lead your sales calls in the same way that you can because they don't have the basis of information or perhaps the mental models that you can apply on the sales calls. That's why it's so important when we're in the process of onboarding and training reps. We want to take a look at your process and figure out, normally it's just broken down into categories. And the thing is that it's all happening so unconsciously for you. You haven't taken the time to slow down your thinking, to start to really unpack it, to create the decision trees that are necessary where you can say, okay, if they say this, then it's likely that this is the problem. And if that's the problem, then I'm going to go in this angle here. Or, well, actually, really, it breaks down into these 3 or 4 core problems that people are typically going to have. And then there's these different types of audiences. And so once we can understand, is it this person or this person that we serve? Okay, what's the core problem? Is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? Okay, it's a combination of 2 and 4. And then what are the core symptoms of that problem? And what are the ripple effects of that problem? Then that's when we can start to really map out the process and the diagnostics become repeatable, right? Just like a doctor. When a doctor, you walk in their office, they're going to ask you, okay, does it hurt here or here? Was it swelling or is there any bruising? No? Okay. How about when I do this? How's that feel? Okay. Is it a sharp pain or is it like a slow, dull pain? Okay. So the doctor is doing the same thing. They're looking through a decision tree to try and narrow it down to the few options that it typically is going to be inside of their practice. And that's exactly what we need to do with your process. You've been doing this unconsciously. Sometimes you need someone outside of you to help you break down the pieces of it. And then we can create these decision trees so that the sales reps can accurately diagnose, because they don't need to be subject matter experts per se. They just need to know enough in order to effectively diagnose. And if they can do that, and they can help someone understand what's the cost of inaction, and is the pain of staying where they are greater than the pain of change? And if that's the case, they guide them through the process of change. And if there's any concerns, they just answer those concerns. And typically, most markets are going to have the same types of concerns, or most pockets of expertise say, oh, they have this problem. Well, these people with this problem tend to have similar concerns. So we can figure out ways to consistently address those concerns using metaphors, analogies, in order to guide the prospect to where they need to be, in order to have the beliefs, to have the confidence, and feel safe in working with you and your team. So all that to say, basically, your salespeople don't need to be subject matter experts. They just need to know the fundamentals. They need to know the 20% that gets 80% of the results. And if they do that, and they're getting 80% of the results, and you build a team of 4 or 5 salespeople, your business will triple, quadruple in just a short amount of time. And that's exactly what we do with the ATM system. And if you want to see a case study on how that works, or you want to learn more about that, go to coachingsales.com/YouTube. We have a free case study where we break down the ATM system. We give you specific examples of it in action. And then if you have any other questions from there, feel free to reach out to our team. We're happy to help you throughout this process. Or if you have some more questions and you're not totally sure, also check out our YouTube channel here. We answer a lot of your biggest concerns about building sales teams, about scaling sales. And so there's plenty of content here. We release new videos every week. So just stay tuned in and you'll be able to find a lot of it here.